everyone, this is Sherre Webb, life coach and author, coming to you today with another message. So today what I want to talk about, or today's topic, is staying in your lanes. What made me think about this is that I was watching I can't remember the guy's name, but he does like these motivational videos or whatever, but I was watching his video and I noticed that he changed up the way he did his videos because I guess he had been getting some feedback or something about it, which is fine, you do what you want to do. But I've seen one of the comments in this lady made a comment in his comment section, and she said, thank you for talking about or discussing the real issues that are going on in the world today, because this is what we need to be focused on, or something to that extent. But anyway, it just made me think about, like, why would he change up the way he does what he does? And I get it, don't get me wrong, I get it, that you want to appeal to your audience and you want to make sure you're touching on subjects that people want to hear about or listen to or discuss or whatever. I get that. However, I just feel like he kind of compromised himself because he started making a video. He started making his video content to be more focused on everything, all the negative stuff that's going on in the world, which is a lot right now, and so I've been thinking about this for probably 3 or 4 days. These words came to me as I was laying in the bed the other night. I was talking to God, and then these words just started coming to me about what to put in my next video, but I didn't know, exactly what it meant or what it all meant. But anyway, so I'm gonna do my best to try to express it in today's video. So when I say stay in your lane, what I mean is that I'll use myself for example. So it's not like I don't see everything that's going on in the world. I do, with the murder of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor. Oh my God, it's just been like Aubrey. Oh God, y'all forgive me, I forgot his last name right now, but that's because I'm recording. But anyway, my point exactly is that it's not that I'm not aware and not touched or hurt or angry, sad, and feeling all the emotions that so many in our society and in the world are feeling about all the injustices and the mess that we have going on within our government and within our society. It's not that I'm not aware of it and don't have emotions behind it, but it's that I've been given an assignment, basically, and I'm called to help those who are trying to find their purpose in life. I'm called to help those who deal with fear and allow fear to rule over them more so than they rule over the fear. I'm called to help people move forward in life. Those people who need some direction, who are ready to take their life to the next level, but because of whatever reasons, if it's in the area of like purpose and fear, then that's where my focus is, because that's what I've dealt with, and so those are the areas that I struggle with. And because I struggle so bad with living my life in a state of perpetual fear and not knowing what I was supposed to be doing where I was supposed to help or guide or lead or, whatever, operate in, I didn't know. And so because I didn't know for so many years, I was depressed. I was like really depressed. And this is not something, it's very personal to me. It's not something that I just share with anybody. Only my closest family and friends even know about this, because it's not something that I put on public display or just talk to. But however, in this situation, I think it's necessary. So for many, many, many years, I was depressed. I lived in a state of depression. I was on depressants for years, and it was because I just didn't know. I didn't even know why I was depressed, quite honestly. It wasn't until I started doing the work on myself that I realized the reason I was depressed for so many years is because I wasn't living life according to my purpose. I wasn't living my life and doing what I was supposed to be doing. I was trying to please everybody else, without even focusing or trying to figure out what it is that I like to do or what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. Because sometimes you don't even like what you're supposed to be doing. It just comes in moments where you're like, I don't want to do this. But if it's your purpose, then you're driven all the time, to fulfill that purpose. So for many years, I was very depressed. Nobody would know it, because one thing that I knew how to do was cover it up. I put my makeup on, I put on the smile, in the pictures, camera ready at all times, and nobody would know it. But when I went home and I was by myself, a lot of times, and every single day actually, for years, I was actually depressed. And so once I started doing the work and I realized what I'm supposed to be doing, and I overcame that, I seriously, it was like an aha moment, or I don't even know, like a revelation. It's like God revealed to me over a period of time and through, certain actions, that what I was supposed to be doing and where I was supposed to serve. Because what I learned throughout my hardships and my struggles is that if you're not serving others, if you're not helping others, then you're going to feel empty inside. Seriously, you can't just be self-serving. You can't just be focused on yourself all the time and expect to live a life of feeling fulfilled. It just doesn't work like that. But once I figured out, and once it was revealed to me what I was supposed to do, oh my God, let me tell y'all, it's just been life altering, life changing, and I'm on fire, to do what I'm doing, even though, I am not at the top of my craft of where I want to be, but I'm constantly, every single day, I'm working on it. And I'm working on just becoming a better person so that I can help others. But one thing I do know is because I lived depressed for so many years, because I was so fearful of disappointing whoever. I was always afraid of disappointing. So I lived as a people pleaser forever. But because I was afraid of disappointing and didn't know exactly what I was supposed to be doing, and felt empty half the time and felt rejected and dejected all the time, once I overcame that, it's that is what I was supposed to go through those things. I was supposed to go through everything I went through, because what I can say is now I'm qualified and I know what it feels like to not know your purpose, and to want to figure out what it is you're supposed to do, and to live in fear, and to live in a state of depression, and trying to overcome it, and not understanding why you can't just be okay, and I know how that feels. And so I started on this mission of learning everything I could learn about myself, for one, and then about how to overcome those things that hold you back in life, But ever since I did, it's like, this is my lane. And once you find your lane, you stay in it. Because once you find your lane, once it's revealed to you and you get there, you'll know it. And you'll know it because it'll just flow. It'll just flow. You'll flow in it. You'll feel comfortable in it. You'll feel the growth. You'll feel like you're making a difference. And so I say stay in your lane, because if you don't, then you can't be effective. You can't grow. You can't help others. I'm not an activist. I'm not an activist, so there's no way I'm about to go out there and rah, 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 and fight and yell and get on the mic and tell people, and preach about all the injustices, because that's not my lane. I'm not a activist. I'm not an actress. So you put me on film, you put me in front of the camera and tell me, take whatever, and have me trying to act, baby, it's not going to go well at all. So I say stay in your lane, because when you stay in your lane, that's when you're the most effective. God put me here and gave me these words and allowed me to go through everything I went through, so that I could get to the point of helping other people. So this is my lane. And it's not even about comfort. It's about purpose. It's about knowing what you're doing, where you're going, and who you're supposed to help. Like, who I'm supposed to help is very specific. I'm not trying to help those who are, dealing with, say, molestation. That's not my lane. Like, I could probably help someone, but that's not really my lane, quite honestly. Just keeping it real. So I stay in my lane, and I think it's beneficial. My word for today is to stay in your lane. Figure out where you're supposed to be, and then do that. Stay in your lane. Be effective in that area. Touch those you're supposed to touch. Help heal those you're supposed to heal. And one thing that I know and have discovered is, usually if you don't know your purpose, if you don't know where you're supposed to help or, touch people or serve, be of service, it usually is in an area where you have experienced a lot of pain or had to overcome a struggle. My son is coming upstairs. So it's usually in that area that you will be of the greatest service to other people. And so if you're trying to figure out where you're supposed to, what your lane is, you don't know, so you just following the leader. You are a leader. We're all leaders. Well, some of us have to be Indians. But what I'm saying is that we all have an area in which we're supposed to serve, and we can be a leader in that area. And it's more about leading yourself and being in service to others and helping other people in that area. And that's your lane. But you got to figure out what that is. You can't just go jumping from here to there to here and there and expect to be effective. I'm not a lawyer. I can kind of, argue like a lawyer to make a point, but I'm not a lawyer. I couldn't go into a court of law and win a case. I'm not a lawyer. I'm a life coach. I love to talk to people and figure out, what's going on with them and where they're trying to go in life, and then help to, reveal things that maybe they don't even know or understand or can't see. And I love to see other people that, after I'm coaching them or talking to them, that they're like, wow, I hadn't even looked at it like that. That fulfills me. That right there fulfills me. I love to write, so I blog. I'm writing my book. I love to use my words to help, to heal, to guide, to comfort, to uplift, to encourage, and that's what I'm doing. And so and it's so many, like once you get in your lane, there's so many different avenues that you can take that where you'll still be in your lane. You'll think that, okay, it's just this one thing, but like for me, I'm a life coach, but then I'm an author. I'm writing my book. I've created a journal. I blog. It's so many different things. I have some other things that I'm working on, but what I'm saying is that your lane consists of so many different things. It's not just one thing. Like that's why it's important that you create different streams of income, but they can all be in the same lane. It's just different, different avenues you're taking, but in the same lane. So, hopefully I brought that across where it makes sense to you, because this has been in my head for like 3 or 4 days, but I'm so busy that it's like, okay, I have to sit down and get this out, because if I don't, it's gonna drive me crazy. I have to share this. So I'm here, I'm sharing, and I do thank you for taking the time out to listen. You can, if you want to read, some of my articles, and hopefully they can help you. You can go to my website at www.sherrewebb.com. That's SHERREWEBB. Also, if you'd like to book a session with me, you can go to my mentor. It's www.mymentor.com/Sherre Webb. You can book a session with me, and we can go from there. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a blessed day. Bye.